Hi, welcome to DOTD, Dose of the Day. Today we're going to be talking about counselors, credits, and counselors. We're going to talk about how exactly the counselors can help you, what classes you're going to be taking, whether you're Jefferson or Silva, and about credits, because a lot of people get confused with first semester, second semester credits. We're going to clarify that, and we're going to be interviewing two counselors, Miss Mercado and Miss Sheldon. And they're going to explain to us what we need to do to graduate, because if you don't do these things, you will not graduate, even if you do consider yourself 17 years old, 18 years old, senior, and you're still behind, like as a sophomore or junior. So let's get started. No regrets, no stress, we got nowhere to be. I feel alive, feel the vibe. I'm here with Miss Sheldon, a counselor here at Jefferson Silva High School, and she's going to explain to me more about credits and about passing your classes to graduate.
All right, so courses that are common to both schools, Jefferson and Silva, graduation requirements would be 4 years of English. Everyone needs to take English 1, 2, 3, and a fourth English, which is either college prep English or English 4 or AP English. 4 years of math, so algebra, geometry, algebra 2, and a fourth math. So that could be pre-cal, it could be math college prep, it could be a course like that, math models. 4 credits of science, so biology. The second science has to be IPC, chemistry, or physics, but it has to be 1 full year of the same science, and then 2 more sciences after that. So the typical pattern that we do is biology, then IPC or chemistry, and then the third science is going to be, depending on what the second science was, chemistry or physics, but they like you to take all. The next round is going to be social studies, so 4 years of social studies, world geography, world history, U.S. history, 1 semester of government, and 1 semester of economics, 2 years of a foreign language, 1 year of the same fine art. So like if you start in art 1, you finish in art 1. So like taking art 1 and then moving on to art 2, but only having a semester doesn't count. 1 CTE course. So this is the first year of pathways, which is the difference between Jefferson and Silva, is the different pathways that are offered. 1 full year of a PE. It doesn't have to be the same PE. So students can earn PE credit by taking marching band, ROTC PE, regular PE, or playing a sport. 1 semester of health, and then 1 semester of speech. So the differences between Jeff and Silva are the endorsement classes. So this is where kids earn their extra 4 credits to equal 26 credits. The state of Texas says that all students must graduate with an endorsement, and so this is the pathway that you begin your freshman year. And so depending on what your pathway is, like at Jeff, we have P-Tech, law enforcement, business, the yearbook pathway, so graphic design. A new pathway is the video game design. You would take 4 years of this. So this is why sometimes students say like, oh, I already took law enforcement last year. But they didn't. They took principles of law enforcement, and now they're like in law enforcement 1, for example. And so those would be the requirements. The pathways are different at Jeff and Silva, but they're required to complete all 4 years of that pathway. So if you change your pathway, this is why sometimes you're taking like 2 classes within that pathway to try to catch you up. To credit average, so if you lose credit, you have to make sure that no matter what, you never have below a 60, because you can only credit average with a 60, and it has to be in a year-long course. So it has to be taken within the same academic school year. So from fall to summer, you would have a 60, and then the next semester that would mean that you need an 80. So if you got a 64 the first semester, that would mean the next semester you would need a 76. So it kind of averages out. If it's a semester-long class, you cannot credit average that class. So examples would be speech, health, government, or econ. Or let's say you took U.S. history your junior year and you passed the first semester but not the second semester, and you need to take it your senior year. That would not be a class that you can credit average because it's not within the same school year.
Thank you for explaining all of this. Hi, I just wanted to make a quick talk in the middle of the podcast, just to let you guys know that you can ask help from your counselors for anything at all. And if they can't help you, they can send you to someone that will help you. You can ask them, number one, if you're up to date with your credits, so they can explain to you and let you know how you're doing. Number two, you can ask them to help you get any classes or change any classes. It's good to get to know your counselor freshman year, so they know you a little bit more. They know who you are. They're aware that you're there. And another thing they can help you with is if you're going through anything, mental health, cyberbullying, bullying, you can talk to them and they will be there for you. Let's go beyond forever, like we don't know no better. I'm here with Miss Mercado, a counselor here at Jefferson Silva High School, and I just wanted to ask her how credits work and if she can explain this to other students.
Yes, Teresita, I'd be happy to do that for you. In high schools in Texas, graduation relies strictly on credits. It's different than when you're in elementary and middle school. To move up in grades, you have to have the right number of credits. To be a freshman, you need 0 to 6 credits. To be considered a sophomore, you need 6.5 credits to 12 credits. To be considered a junior, you need 12.5 credits to 18 credits. And then to be considered a senior, you need 18.5 credits up to 26 or more. However, to meet graduation requirements, you must complete certain courses that are necessary no matter what. So you can have 40 credits, but unless you have the requirements to graduate, it does not guarantee graduation. Does that answer your question?
Yes. Last question. How is there so many credits? Is it split or how do I get credits?
Each year is split up into semesters. So at the beginning of the year, you have 8 classes. In semester 1, you earn half a credit for those 8 classes. So you can get 4 credits per semester. In semester 2, if you pass all of your 8 classes, you will get 4 more credits because that is only half a credit too. At the end of the year, if everything is perfect, you get 8 credits.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you for listening to DOTD's Dose of the Day. Today we talked about counselors, credits, and classes. Those are the 3 C's of high school. Hopefully you're up to date with your credits. If you don't know, then you should find out. If you are, congratulations, you're doing great. Our next episode will most likely be how to get around campus so you don't get lost on the first day, whether you're a transfer student or a new student coming in as a freshman, and how to get easier way to navigate the campus.